I'm the gold vote. Nalim, I respect how you try to reach everybody in your stream with the vote and coaching. Yes, I really like, guys, you need to understand like this. I'm not doing this coaching because it's work for me in terms of like money or something like that. Like I'm actually losing. Like I did a I did a spreadsheet yesterday how much money I'm actually losing by, doing streaming. This is something that I do for you guys, right? Like for everybody that can't afford, the coaching itself, that they still want to get better at the game. They still have a dream to get very, very high elo or achieve their, rank. This is why I do this. So that's why I also have follower goals and I don't care about subscribers, like in terms of how many I have. I appreciate every single person that subscribed to me, and of course donated to me. But the main thing is, that I do this for, you guys. So if people watch and they don't participate, like how are they gonna learn? Like you need to learn how to do mistakes. And how we do mistakes, you just throw out an idea. If it's wrong, you learn. If it's right, awesome. Let's go to the next idea. And every single person in this chat, every single person is important. And you guys should help each other. Because you're in this shithole called League of Legends climbing together. Okay? The wig. The wiggle. Now, first we're gonna talk about the matchup. And then we're gonna go into the game and see how Shen plays it out. Two plans, guys. First, what is my plan in laning phase? Second, how do I plan to win the game, right? So in laning phase, we see we're Shen against Fiora. This matchup is actually horrible for Shen. And the reason why it's horrible, because if Fiora is good, she can just W the E, right? So Shen's E. And if that happens, it's very hard for him to play. So what Shen wants to do is versus Fiora, he wants to do Q trades and he wants to do Q into W trades. Okay? So he wants to walk up to her and be like, okay, Q, tsak tsak. And then if Fiora wants to go like in for her Q, then basically Shen just takes it. Wins the trade because of the deny of auto text with his W, right? And then he uses E to kind of disengage. Except if Fiora uses a way of going on him, and then he chooses W offensively, then you can use E offensively. But usually you never start with E with Shen, because you assume that Fiora knows how to W. This is why I said this game Fiora was playing very bad, because she never W'd any E of Shen. So in lane, what we want to do, we want to survive. Our job is to keep Fiora on side lane and influence the map, right? So in mid and late game, that's what we're going to do. We're going to look for good ultimates, and we're just going to wave clear against Fiora, so Fiora can't take as much minions from us as possible, or towers or jungle, right? So what Shen wants to do is he wants to always in games think about ulti targets, right? So basically Rengar is a good ulti target, and then all three other guys are very bad. Rengar is a good champion to ulti as a Shen. So we really want to see when Rengar goes in that, when he goes invisible, we ulti with Shen to kind of make the combo happen. So that's kind of like the plan we want to do. Let's go into the lane itself and see what kind of mistakes the Shen is doing. If Fiora is fed, then Shen cries under tower and kills the minions. Let's go into the first situation. Okay. So, one sec, I'm gonna get to that. Okay. What did Shen do wrong here? Exactly. Now, this is not really a cheater recall, okay, we would say. Because cheater recalls are basically recalls where, you can say it's a cheater recall, yeah. But it's usually, we call cheat recalls for the first 3 waves, Here, we just call he should recall, okay? He has 500 gold, he can go back, buy a ruby crystal. Fiora will not be able to push this in, she lost TP. Shen comes back, tsak, goes for a freeze. So really, really good, guys. You're starting to understand. He should take the advantage he got and actually snowball it, right? Okay? Now, some people might say it's not good to recall here, right? But there's another crucial thing that's gonna happen. Is that if you see here, Lilia is bot, right? So Shen, if he recalls and goes top, he basically freezes when Lilia goes top. So he's good versus that as well. Okay, good. So yeah, he should have recalled here. Spent his advantage, come back, went into a freeze. This is gonna be an advanced thing. Okay, what did Shen do wrong here? We didn't have this one on stream yet, so that's why I said it's an advanced thing. He plays the ward at the wrong place. Yes, Jeremy, exactly. He plays the wards at the wrong places, right? So, he sees Rengar going from the jungle into his jungle, right? So what Shen's course of action should be here is walk inside, ward, normal ward here, the crux, pink ward here, or even better because Rengar's coming, he pink wards here, normal wards over the wall or in this bush, and then goes base, and then goes top lane. And so we basically what we do is we give Rengar the pressure to take red. We basically base in bush, so he's safe if Lilia comes. He places a pink ward here and a normal ward here, so top side is completely covered. And Rengar can take her whole top side because of that. The initial play is good, right? Like Shen has pressure, he uses that pressure, etc, etc. But this is what I'm talking about, guys. You need to start thinking how to go to the next step. Do it even better and better and better. You know? Proper vision, going into recall, and then coming back with items, okay? And the reason why he recalls next to Rengar and not helps him is because he's fine taking it, and if something happens, he just cancels the recall. Okay? So he gets everything. Vision, helps the jungle, denies the whole topside map, plus he gets a recall off into a good base because Fiora's wave is in a good position. And if Fiora tries to harch of this, you know what can Rengar do to say it happens basically with Rengar is after he clears topside, he can go top, gank, and Shen just ults him and they kill Fiora. That can also happen if they would be Dokyo. Okay, let's go. Next situation is gonna be this. When Lilia comes top for a gank. Okay, it's gonna be from here on. What did Shen do wrong? Okay. So let's go into this play really slow. So first thing he sees, Lilia is coming. Okay. Shen does a shade on Fiora. Good. Fiora ults. Right. And then Shen E's. Okay. Now when he E's, what he should have done is he should have eat through Lilia. Okay. If he wants to go for the outplay. So he can eat through Lilia, attack her, and then use W to deny the damage and then walk out. Okay. Lilia is gonna take insane amount of damage here through the minions. Now the thing that he can do, if he doesn't want to go for the outplay, this is now the second option, is the moment this happens, right? And you see that he's gonna get stunned, he should flash instantly. Because he doesn't have TP, he doesn't want to base right now, because he has nothing to buy. So he want to be as high HP as possible. So that's the second option he can do, okay? So either turn on Lilia, do the damage, and then the third option is here. He is completely fine. He is completely fine. He doesn't need to flash. So he did 3 mistakes. First one, he didn't go on Lilia if he wanted to go for the outplay, right? Second one, he started running away, but didn't flash to preserve his HP. And third situation is now he said, okay, I will take the HP damage, but I will not waste flash like I could have done before. So what he does is just save flash. So this is a three-way mechanical thing. So in other words, he pussied out. No cryptic, he didn't pussy out. He's low on the tower. The enemies are not low enough, right? Because he didn't turn on them. And he lost flash. After this, does a really good play. Zack, E. Really, really good. Right? But this is what I said, guys. He lost all 3 resources instead of going for something. Okay. What did Shen do wrong here? This one is easy. He should push one more. Exactly. Why does he push one more? If you see a little bit back, guys, look. Lilia was dead. Fiora is dead, right? And you see Zoe, right, has Annie under control. So what he wants to do is he wants to crash this wave into the tower if possibly, right? Because he doesn't do this, this wave will actually slow push, and because he bases, he will lose one wave. So he's throwing away 160 gold plus experience because he doesn't push out properly. And when Fiora comes back, Fiora can let it come to here, and then Shen cannot go up and break the freeze because Rengar is going bot side, right? So Shen puts himself in a very, very bad position, you know, and he can't go top because Rengar's pathing bot because of how he managed the wave. Now, because we're like talking about like Diamond Plus stuff, right? Every single thing is going to be a little bit different than like in, for example, mistakes from Silver and Gold and stuff like that. Okay, what did Shen do wrong in this 30 seconds? He could have pushed waves instead of conflicting teamfights. Exactly, look. He TP'd bot. He killed Nami. He made Caitlyn low. He killed Fiora, right? What do we do after we get kills? One of three things. Okay? One of three things. First thing is, we think about pushing waves. Can we push waves? Yes, we can push mid. If Zoe goes mid, then we go towards top, we push top. What's the second thing we can do? Take jungle camps. Okay? Can we take jungle camps here? You know, this is kind of cleared, so, you know, we don't wanna, because we're losing waves if we do that, right? And 3, can we take objectives? Can we take objectives? No, we can't. Why? Because our Lux and our Israel has bot lane. They have it under control, so why should we waste time and share experience and gold with them? Right? We got them the kills. Let them now get stronger and stronger and stronger. So Shen, here, instead of chasing and wasting time, going with a team, right? What he should have done here is just went mid, shoved it out, went top, shoved it out, take crab or take crux and then based. Maximize the resources, because after every single fight, what people do mostly wrong is they chase. Okay? They chase kills. When they chase kills, they're actually not putting the enemy behind because they're not taking the resources. Okay? So after you get a small advantage like getting 2 kills, take something from them. Do you guys know what is the most painful thing for a jungler after a fight when he respawns? It's having no camps. Imagine you are like this Lilia. Your teammates died, right? Or you died. You're coming from base and this cleared. This is cleared. You know what goes through your head? You know what I mean? It's so tilting for the jungler. And when we keep doing that, it's... Guys, trust me. You will tilt the junglers a lot. Tax. Yes, and then they go exactly Princess Anime. Then they go to the AD carry lane, or the mid lane, or the top lane. And they take their CS. And the AD carry is like... What's wrong with you? I just died. I need to catch up. I need to get items, right? And you're taking my wave. What's wrong with you? This also applies if we take down top and enemy jungle is bot. Yes, exactly, Barley Bros. We want to take their stuff. It makes junglers really painful. Okay, what was wrong here, guys? So, in general, what we can say about this, in general, Shen is just wasting ultimate. Look. If we look at this fight, Shen has... Basically, he forced Fiora's flash, right? He forced her out. And here, potentially, he can kill her, right? Or he can put pressure on top and take top lane tower. He can take resources. Now, if we look at this fight, is the team in position to contest this Drake? No. The answer is no. So, Rengar dies here, and the moment he dies, can we contest this? No. Do we even care about a Cloud Drake on first Drake? We don't care, okay? So don't go and fight fights that are useless. Take the advantage you just achieved and snowball it, okay? Take stuff on the other side. Really important. Do not go to situations where we can't influence. Do what you can. This Drake is gone, so do a cross map. Do something on the other side to make yourself successful. And this is something that Shen's so many times fall into, you know, this place of, oh, I want to, you know, help my team all the time. when, like, let's say he's 2 levels up on this Fiora and he wants to help his team, not always. Find a good ulti target, find a good situations, and then go. Don't go for every single play. Drake doesn't matter densely. Like, the first Drake in terms of stats doesn't really influence the game at all. You're not gonna lose or win the game because of 5% cooldown. So, here, you guys are gonna laugh at this one. Okay. Chunks Fiora. Let's look at this. Okay. What do you guys think Shen did wrong? Could have killed Fiora and taken it out. He got. If I'm this Shen, I know that they're dead. I don't need to ultimate. I would rather wait till Rengar is about half HP before I ulti. Why is this so important? This is something a lot of Shens has to master, and this is when you have like a mid and late game, like a 20-25 minute fight that Rengar wants to start, right? You ult him at the beginning, because when he jumps in, you will like aid through the team, right? And you're gonna set the situation up for your team. Now, in this kind of situations, when Rengar is like on 1 or 2 people, Shen has to choose, like, does he actually need to ulti, right? And basically, he didn't need to. And what he can do in skirmishes is, rather than ulti at the beginning, he should ulti when the Rengar is low. Why should Shen ulti in skirmishes? So when there's 1, 2, or 3 people, when Rengar is low, not when Rengar is full HP. What is the difference? They are more likely to commit for a lot than a full health. Exactly, Halia. Exactly. So what happens, okay, is Silka Senior, thanks for the follow. So what happens is, when Rengar gets low, the enemies would be more inclined to commit, to try to kill. Okay? And what happens is that when you press an ultimate, then they're gonna be like, wow, like, when like Shen ulti comes in and you're like just about to kill him, and Rengar runs out at 100 HP. And you're like, I should have killed him. So that's the thing, guys. It makes the enemy commit more, so it's easier to kill them after. But in a teamfight situation, 5v5, we want to engage. Then we want to engage with Rengar at the beginning. So understanding how to use your ultimate in different situations is important to get the most out of it. This one I said, please don't do the same mistake, right? What did Shen do wrong? Yes, could have kept pushing. Why? When Rengar is dead, is this something you guys would say, I can go in and I can make a play happen? What do you guys think? The answer is no, he can't, He might think, oh, I need to save this Zoe. Zoe was fine. And this is where he lost so much pressure on top lane. He should have pushed one more, pressure the tower, force people top, and when people look forced top, then when Rengar respawns, Rengar would go in because the enemies would overextend, and then he would ultimate on Rengar ultimate, zack, kill them. It's the same thing as the ultimate before a Drake, right? Like, he just wants to help, he wants to hold hands with his teammates, right? And that's not good. It's not good. He lost so much experience in gold. We're gonna fight on mid lane. And then let's look at what Shen does. Okay, what is Shen doing wrong? He's chasing kills again, guys. Do you see? He's chasing kills. He got kills on mid lane. What do we want to do? Push waves, take jungle, or pressure objectives, right? We have TP for Baron if needed, right? So here, shove this, go bot, push this, take enemy jungle, if possible, right? Like, maximize the resources in the game. Don't chase into blind fog of war. Because then you see, he goes with Rengar, we don't have any vision, we decide to go in, we used everything before, right? We blowed out the load, and now, zack. Mechanically we can judge this situation, right? But why do we judge mechanically when Shen shouldn't be in this fight in the beginning, right? He should maximize after a kill. Zoe gets mid. Okay, Ezreal's gonna get top. I'm gonna go bot. I'm gonna get bot, right? So that after the kill, a kill is not, we go goal difference like this. If we are leading, if we are, trying to come back, then the goal difference of the enemies go down. Okay? This one's gonna be easy for you guys. What did Shen do wrong? Like, you need to think like this. Here in this situation, right? We see enemy are around Drake. This is third Drake, right? It's not soul yet. It's not that important. Next thing, Shen has ultimate. Fiora is here. What can we do? We can push top, establish pressure, maybe force someone there. If nobody comes, at least we get the tower for Drake. If my team lands, let's say, a good ulti from Lux, Ezreal or something, then Rengar goes in, and we can go in. But recalling here, what does that actually give us? Nothing. He just loses the pressure, and Fiora is like, so I grouped, okay? I grouped, and Shen is not gonna take anything from me. So I'm gonna go top and basically get all the minions for free because it's gonna be hold in front of my tower. So I don't lose anything. Wow, I did such a good decision as Fiora, right? This is where Shen just wants to, oh, I wanna fight, I wanna go with team, I wanna go team. Sometimes you have to put pressure on side lane, okay? And wait for a situation to happen and then go in. Shen is a follow-up. She's not the guy that, you know, does that crazy roam and goes to the team and engages with E. Doesn't do that. He wants a situation to play out and then he needs to properly react to it. Okay, what is Shen doing wrong here? What I want to be on the opposite side of where the next objective is. So that means I want to be on the opposite side of the next Drake. But what happens, because nobody of my team goes bot here, I need to fix bot way before. So I should have went bot, into hard shove, into base, into top side, so that we are on the other side of the... Because why do we have to fix the waves? Because my team refuses to do it. And that is the main thing. When we learn that, we will create so much more pressure, you know, for our team, and then the enemies will have to split up, right, to get the waves. And as a Shen, what do you guys think is easier? It's easier to go into a 5v5 with a Rengar, or is it easier when one is top, one is bot, three is mid, and then suddenly the support, you know, the poor Nami, look at this fish, you know, look at this fish. She's just like, so she's just like, oh, I want to go get some vision, right? And then the cat comes, right? And catches the fish, you know? Like, this is so good, by the way, like, cat and the fish. But that's what I'm trying to tell you, right? Because you create pressure, you split the team apart. And then as a Shen, you can easily suck, create those picks with your, with Zoe bubble, with Shen. But when the enemies are grouped, it's way harder, right? It's way harder. Okay, awesome, guys. Really, really good. Really, really good.